Let's keep working forward here and talking about leading a turnaround and specifically the action of triaging your people, process, and technology. Uh, Previously, we talked about triaging your people, which was an important first step in this phase. And now we'll be running into concurrent items of the triage, which are process, which we're talking about right now, and technology. They run really tight together, and you'll be running the triage of those again at the same time. Um, and where we are in the overall kind of steps of a turnaround, the sequencing. Again, remember that first step we talked about was defining your end state. That's your North Star, where you want to be, getting that reality readout, rose-colored glasses off, what's actually happening and what is its condition right now, mapping the gaps between where you want to be, your North Star end state, and where you are right now according to that reality readout, and setting a course forward to get to that end state. And by doing that and working that course and hitting the milestones, you start to stabilize, you keep stabilizing, you build a good rhythm, you start to build in some predictability into your operation, and then you're turning around. And once you've kind of hit a sustained turnaround momentum, you're going to feel it, you're going to sense it, the confidence is going to be high in your organization, your operation, and then you've earned the right to scale, which is the purpose of it in the first place. So with that review done, let's get into the details of a process triage. First step, activate the inspired. Who are the inspired? Think back to that people triage. We found that there were probably about 15 to 20%, hopefully, of your people that fell into that inspired category, meaning that they had high capability and a high level of belief. These are the people that are all in. They can be formal or informal leaders. They can be people that are just really great team members and really get it and are with it and understand what you're trying to get accomplished and have full faith and belief in it and the skills to get the job done. You're going to hold them up as exemplars because they have the best perspective on the way the company, the organization, the team, the department, the enterprise is running right now, and can help really guide the right insights. And they also need to be elevated in terms of their profile so that everybody else who needs to have their belief lifted or their skills increased sees what we're aiming for, and that these are held up, these people are held up as an exemplar and a really important piece of driving the turnaround that we're aiming for here. So you activate the inspired to drive the triage, and that means we're putting every process on the table and measuring it for its level of criticality, reliability. We're going to weight it for its interdependence, or what I would call a blast radius, and we're going to drive this with urgency. We're going to hit this in 30 days or less. I encourage you to do it thoughtfully, do it thoroughly, but to do it with urgency. Why? Because that is going to immediately signal to the rest of the organization that we're serious about turning around, that we are proactively working toward turning around, and that's going to provide a lift. So remember that people triage, the people at the bottom that needed to have their belief lifted, that needed to see our actions align with our words. Great opportunity to demonstrate this right out of the gate and start to bank a little more belief in the people that need it. So you're going to do the triage led by your inspired, and you're immediately going to find some things that you need to kill, start fixing, and protect like your life depends on it. So let's step into the 2x2 that we use to score this, and some examples of processes and where they would fall. Let's start here at anything that is highly reliable, so reliability low to high, highly reliable, and its criticality is also very high. So super important process to the overall health of the organization, the ability for it to operate and deliver value to customers and partners. Highly reliable, highly critical. These things are going to be your core engines, and these you're going to protect with everything you got. You're not going to do anything that's going to pull a thread that messes this up. So you got to understand what it means to protect this, and really this is where you want all your processes to be. They are critical and reliable. An example of this might be a fully lined out, smoothly running lead to cash flow process. It may not be an automated technology yet. Parts of it may be automated, but there's a process there for lead to cash flow that runs like a top, elegantly, no questions asked about it. Great process, protected. So the opposite of that would be something that was low reliability and low criticality. I call these things a drain. They are a drain on your people. They are a drain on your efficiency. They're the things that people look at and go, why are we doing that? Why doesn't somebody kill it? Well, guess what? Somebody can kill it. What's an example of this? If I have to get approval to spend $5 on something that's going to help me do my job, that's overprocessed. And that's something that's got to get killed. That might be an exaggerated example, but not that exaggerated. I have seen it. You got to kill stuff like that. You got to have people that you trust, processes that you trust. Just get rid of the stuff that's low value. Get rid of the stuff that's a distraction and waste of people's times. Get rid of the stuff that's unreliable. Just kill it. You will hear the people applaud. Now, let's hop over to something that is reliable, runs like a top, but is not critical. It's not delivering any kind of tangible business impact. These things I call polished bloat. The things that are in this category probably had their day and were probably important at one point, and they are continuing forward out of habit or ritual. And a good example of this might be the flawless report that Stephen Accounting generates, has been doing it for 6 years, keeps doing it, quietly files that report, works 2 or 3 hours a week on it, and nobody reads it. It doesn't drive any kind of decision. It doesn't serve as any historical record. It had its day again. That day is gone. What do we want to do there? Well, we want to unwind it. We want to make sure it's not going to impact a core engine piece, but we want to unwind it, defund it. And what I mean there is reallocate the time and energy, resources, could be money, to something more important, something that's going to drive business impact and needs help, which would be a hemorrhaged process. So a hemorrhaged process is something that not very reliable at all, really shaky, really fragile, but highly important to you as a company, your ability to operate, and to your customers, partners, the whole ecosystem relies on this, yet it's fragile. Why? I don't know. But it's definitely something that probably just about every organization has them. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's Sarah in our customer success department is the only person that knows how to onboard a customer success staffer that's coming on to join the team. Well, Sarah's a hero because she's taken that on and figured it out. We are failing and fragile because we have not turned that into a repeatable system. So we don't need to depend on single individuals. We don't need to live with fragility. We need to make it durable, repeatable processes. And so if we take our energy and effort here where it's being wasted and apply it here, we can start to knock these hemorrhaging process items out and turn them into vital core engine pieces that we can bank on and depend on and lean on to make our operation strong. That's the name of the game there. So I've walked through the core engines, I've walked through the drains that you kill immediately, I've walked through the polished bloat that you defund and reallocate to close the gaps and turn your hemorrhaging processes into durable systems that become core engines. The weighting aspect of this, again, just a quick breakdown, 3 weights, 3 systemic. That means it's got a big blast radius. That means if this breaks, the whole shebang is going to feel the pain, and it's actually going to have impacts on our ability to generate revenue, to deliver to the bottom line. It's going to have a negative impact on our customers and their ability to operate and lean on us as a value add provider. If it's a 2, it's cross-functional, meaning that it's not sinking our ship, but it's more pain than we should be living with. and if it fails in one group, it means it's going to have downstream implications that are going to be inconvenient and less efficient for everybody else. Again, we can work around it, but why are we working around things when we could fix them and turn them into durable processes? And then that final blast radius weighting there, a 1, means it's localized, means it's within a department. If they do something with a process that's just their own and it fails a little bit, they're really the only people that feel it. Now, it means they're not running as efficiently as they could, but it's not really having downstream effects. It's pretty localized, which is why it's called local. Anyway, so you weight them so that as you plot them, you can double check and make sure that you're accounting for the entire, if it's systemic or it's cross-functional, that you're accounting for the entire stakeholder universe as you assess it and figure out what to do with it, how to fix it, or if you're going to kill it, that you got all the right people at the table. Anyway, that is the process triage. Hope you found that useful. We'll walk through the technology triage. It's going to look a lot like this because they are very close to identical twins. Anyway, we'll keep plowing through it. Hope you're getting some value out of this. If you need a little help with turnaround you got underway, feel free to reach out to me. Love to talk to you about it. If you sense that you've got some turnarounds you need to get launched and organized and going, also give me a shout. Love to talk to you about that and get you some help. Y'all be good. Keep doing good.